Okay. Welcome back to the Scent Spotlight. This is the Scent podcast where we highlight all the amazing things that Scent creators have been doing. Today, I'm lucky to be joined by not just one, but two incredible creators. If you've been on Super Rare and have been checking the activity feed or looking at the bidding wars that have been going on there, I'm sure you're familiar with these two gentlemen that are joining me today. They're the two creators that are behind the all-time high record sale for a single piece on Super Rare entitled Saint Nakamoto. I'm joined today by Alotta and Jivinci. Welcome to the Scent Spotlight, boys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Matthew. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
And then the first question that I like to throw out to the guests is just a simple call to introduce both of yourselves. So whoever wants to go first, tell the Scent audience who Alotta is and who Jivinci is.
You go, Vinci.
Yeah, well, I'm a self-taught graphic designer and illustrator. I did a year in art and design history. I used to work a few years in the Dutch music industry, creating visual identities for musicians. That's actually where I became an art director, obviously. I was very unhappy in that segment of the creative industry, being too commercial for me. I took a few steps back and really decided to focus on my own personal art and education because my personal work I felt gave me more freedom than the music industry. It's a dark place. Being fascinated by all tech advancements that blockchain tech brought, it wasn't until this year that I started looking into tokenizing or actually authenticating my art on the blockchain. I don't know if you guys have seen more my older work. There are more of the gritty monochrome illustrative images. I don't post a lot, but most of my work are on known origin and super. Yeah, that's a little bit about me and my art.
Cool, thanks. A lot of money. Let's tell the Scent audience who you are.
So my English is going to be a little bit poor compared to him. So I have always loved drawing as far as I can remember. I started drawing comics when I was 20 for a cannabis legalization association. Then I have always been a graphic designer since. I have right now a full-time job as an artistic director, designer for esports events, and another full-time job as a crypto artist right now. I sleep very fast. I started making NFTs just a few weeks ago. I wanted to try something new with a Super Rare because the platform was there was the community around the platform that looked very interesting to me. So I started uploading there, and it worked pretty well so far. So I guess I'm going to continue uploading NFTs.
It's kind of mind-blowing to hear that it's just been a couple weeks since you came into the crypto art scene making NFTs like this. I mean, it's not just Saint Nakamoto, which is like my personal favorite, obviously, but when you were like the Infinity Effect right before that, and then Arnolfini Shrimp, oh my God, like you were blowing people's minds already. And then Saint Nakamoto came out, and everything since, it's just, your work is amazing. And Jivinci as well, like just to be a part of that collaboration, it must be super cool. But I have to ask, like, how did that collaboration between the two of you in Saint Nakamoto come together? Like, had you previously known one another in real life? Was this just based on digital connection? Walk me through like your relationship prior to Saint Nakamoto, and then how actually the work of Saint Nakamoto came about.
Jivinci, you want to go on this one? Or?
Yes, of course. This started back when I got into the whole NFT crypto art thing. It was back in August. Started to tokenizing my artwork on known origin, and Max Osiris, he had an exhibition in LA 2-3 weeks ago, and that's when I first saw a lot of money in the comment section And then I also saw his work on crypto voxels. I mean, he's a creative genius, creating all these buildings for people and create in crypto voxels. And that's the first time I actually saw a lot of Money's work. But I didn't really know he designed really or made digital art in that sense. It was until I saw Adolfini, like you said. Adolfini is actually one of my most favorite pieces from A Lot of Money. So it was at that point I literally was sold by his art. So I just contacted him because I know I had some pieces that were inspired by classical art. So I contacted him on Twitter. I just shouted him out like, "Yo, Alotta, do you want to work on a piece? Because I really like your style, and I'm not an animator myself. I only do stills. I try to progress my own style, but animation is really not my thing. I mean, the humor and everything A Lot of Money puts into his work, it's astonishing. My own personal work is more dark and gritty, and A Lot of Money has more humor in it. So it kind of like it completed Saint Nakamoto. I had the feeling that it completed it as a whole.
Yes, and then we talked about the piece that Jivinci already had done. There was a Nakamoto already sitting in front of a computer and holding something looking like a pen in his hand, and so we talked about the different possibilities that I could do with animation and the different message that were possible to put in, and then I started working on this. No, that's exactly how it went.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So obviously it's a direct reference to Saint Jerome's writing by Caravaggio. But in terms of like any of the original work, the animations, like how much time went into that, and like what exactly did both of you do in this piece? For example, who came up with the block?
That's A Lot of Money's work. That's totally A Lot of Money's idea.
Yeah, when I saw the computer in front of Dorian Nakamoto, when I saw the computer, I wanted something to came out of this computer. You know, I wanted him to create something, and there was this hand, and it was possible for this hand to make some kind of a rhythm, like the 10-minute blocks coming out of the blockchain, and then the sandwich in the hand, and things. The sandwich, I think it's your idea. When we talked about it, you mentioned the sandwich,
yes,
the fired sandwich, and I thought it was a very good one.
Yeah, I know it had something. It needed something to do with Dorian or Nakamoto consuming the fiat currencies or something and converting that into a block or Bitcoin in that sense. So studying art and design history, I really got into visual culture as well. So I tried to incorporate that, like trying to tell a story in form of a art piece. And I think A Lot of Money really completed that piece by telling the story. Really completed it.
When I first saw this, I was like, it's so arresting. It just grabs onto you, and it's just like, oh my God, you can't forget that. And then you look at it more and you're like, oh my God, that's a fiat sandwich. Oh my God. Like he's deified. Oh my God. That block is the 10-minute block that's coming out of the Bitcoin blockchain. Oh my God. Like Saint Jerome's writing. Oh my, like it's just layer and layers and layers. And the symbolism is beautiful. And then I've been tripping on the idea that cryptocurrency itself is really stimulating this increased collaboration between people that are located in totally different geographic regions.
Yeah.
In crypto art, your collaboration, I think, is like the most beautiful example of that, obviously manifesting in Saint Nakamoto. But we're seeing all these other artists coming together over like the digital communications and working on great pieces and great ideas together and putting it out there and getting paid for it. That's so exciting to me. And both of you, just bravo, like round of applause, like every good thing you could say.
Thank you. Yeah, you are part of this success,
Yes. Yes, Matt really is a part of this history.
What is strange is that actually there's no way to have a collaboration smart contract on most platforms. Super Rare doesn't have it, OpenSea doesn't, and I think it's something they should work on very fast because it's gonna develop, I think.
Yeah, I know Known Origin. I participated in their DAO Saka event where they had raised funds and distributed it to a group of artists to commission like original work. And it was through that project that I found out that Known Origin actually has that feature where you can input multiple receive addresses so that when funds are paid out or when a piece of art is purchased, it can pay out to multiple contracts.
Well, that's something I need to look into, yeah.
I believe that as well.
And we could have more complicated collaboration,
Exactly.
Multi-artist.
Yes.
A GIF could be a lot of images. Anyone could make one.
Yes, that would be really awesome. I was thinking about like every artist on Super Rare working on this, interconnected piece of art where every artist, votes for some change on the art piece or just puts his own input or own artistic style into it.
With some kind of a consensus?
Exactly. That would be crazy.
Yeah, great idea.
That's an awesome idea. Like 170 something artists, like playing a game of like artistic tag. It's like, okay, I did it. Now you're it.
Exactly.
That's awesome. We should totally do that.
Yeah, man.
So in terms of, I guess, any future collaborations between you gentlemen, is there anything in the works, or are both of you focused on your individual pursuits?
Right now, I have lots of work coming on me. I have the McAfee campaign that is growing as we are coming into 2020. I also have a personal artwork I'm working on, and but of course I would be happy to have another collaboration with Jivinci, of course. Yeah.
Yes, for me as well. I'm kind of packed on time as well. I got asked by McAfee to do some commissioned art, couple of artworks as well.
That's great.
Oh, congrats, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. That's truly amazing. In the 10 years of as working as a graphic designer, I perhaps this is most of, I think, the greatest thing that happened.
And knowing McAfee, as I told you, for an artist is a very good thing, because the guy is having like 5 new ID per day, and he has lots of graphical needs. So knowing McAfee is a very good thing for a graphic designer and an artist.
Oh, for sure. Congrats to both of you for that. Those are big effing deals. And I know Jivinci mentioned this earlier. There was talk about cryptovoxels. Actually, that's where I first came across a lot of money as well. Just, I think it was blackbox.art, also known as Sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had given you a plot to just go and run wild with. After I saw the results, like 24 hours later, I was like, oh my God. Because I was, as you know, Alotta, like I tried to put something together, and it's just, I'm all thumbs when it comes to anything like visually creative. Like I'm a klutz. I can't do anything. And just when I see what you did in 24 hours, and I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't get a fraction of that if I had 24 years.
I've been playing a lot of video games. I think CryptoVoxel was like some place I already knew before coming in.
Yeah, it felt like you're at home right away. like what games did you play, and then what are you going to do in CryptoVoxels heading forward? What's your longer term game?
About the games, I always love to play with game. I was for 10 years I was a machinima artist. I don't know if you know what is machinima.
What is that?
It's creating movies or animation, and using a game engine as the set for the movie, and using the game character as the actors for the movie. And with machinima, I learned to tweak the settings of a video game to obtain what I want, to to make movies. I did that for 10 years. So when I came to crypto voxels and the cube and the texture and everything, I already worked with that before. So it was pretty fast. And I generally work pretty fast. I started computers and infography in 1992. So I know all the shortcuts.
That's again 24 hours for that impressive build, and then you've just gone on to make so many amazing things in CryptoVoxels. It's an honor to say that you're going to be able to do something for me.
And it's today.
Oh my God!
I'm going to work on your parcel today.
Cannot wait. And then, like, do you see something like CryptoVoxels and think it will be around for the long term? Do you think that this is just like another cool experiment, but other things will come around and place it? Either of you, what do you think when it comes to like these virtual worlds like CryptoVoxels, and when it comes to crypto art?
To be honest, I really think CryptoVoxels is the future in terms of, being a new virtual world and a virtual experience. Everyone is at the moment, the whole world. I mean, you may not be into cryptocurrencies or into blockchain, but everyone has a social profile or a social media profile. So CryptoVoxels really visualizes that and gives people the chance to, be in a world without being online and posting statuses or posting pictures of themselves. It's really just connecting with each other within a virtual world. And considering CryptoVoxels to be just one developer working on a virtual world, I really think CryptoVoxels is one of the biggest and one of the greatest of all the virtual worlds out there.
To me, it's the fact that you just need to click on a link to get inside the world in your browser or your phone or your tablet is that's to me that's the greatest things about CryptoVoxel now, because technically it's very simple compared to the other virtual world that existed, that have existed, and but the simplicity of it makes it easier to access and to create inside. So I think everybody could have a parcel in a place like CryptoVoxel just to chill and expose art or things they like. I think that there's a great future for CryptoVoxel.
I'm glad to hear both of you are on the same wavelength. I was thinking that. I was just like, I hope I'm not the only one who thinks things like this. And glad to hear two gentlemen like yourself have the same thought. Well, the last question, just throw this out there. We kind of talked about it already, but seeing as both of you are so super new to crypto art, but already there's been such an explosion of productivity from both of you, what do you think the crypto art scene will look like in like 5 or 10 years? And where do you see yourselves in that future?
I think the crypto art scene is gonna mature. Right now, there are two things that we are calling a crypto art. There are art about crypto, and there is art that is uploaded on the blockchain. And I think it's the art that is talking about blockchain is going to mature and is going to evolve. Right now, most of the crypto art is art with a Bitcoin logo on it, and or another coin. And I think we need to evolve into an art movement, and pieces are coming together right now, and it starts to look great.
I believe the same as well. I mean, Black Box was talking about like the future of crypto and the exact meaning of crypto art as a whole. Like Alotta said, there are two aspects of crypto art. Actually, art tokenized on the blockchain and art about crypto. But I think the future of crypto art will be if we manage to make this more of a movement than only a way of expressing our art with crypto, then I believe we do have a bright future. I believe we do. We are on the brink of something bigger, a new art movement, perhaps. So yeah, it's a real big future for us.
To ask about what you just said there, like what are those next steps? Like what would it take to kind of like push this to the next level?
to push this to the next level, I think we need to get a lot of more established artists to convince them to tokenize their artwork or to authenticate their artwork on the blockchain, to educate people on how this could be of help in your business or as an artist. So I think education is one of the important thing that we should look at.
I totally agree with that. I only started NFTs, a few weeks ago, and I had to explain what was NFT at least 100 times since. People don't have a clue what it is. People think they're buying nothing. People buying NFTs are buying wind. So education, I think, is what would be the most important step right now. People need to understand what it is, that they can collect art. Maybe it was not possible for them before, but now it is. And there's a way to be your own art gallery, as there's a way to be your own bank. You can be your own art gallery. You can collect, you can sell, you can. And I think people are going to get addicted to that very fast. Well, once they get it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm addicted.
Yeah, same here.
It's amazing to see other people come in and get that itch, and when they finally click, they're like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! Let me get more. What is this new art that came out?"
It's like a tattoo, you need to have one. You need to buy an art that you like and own it to feel the pleasure it is to have it. And then after this, you want to feel it again. And I think it's the first step is the most important. Once you're in, you're done.
Absolutely. And just like more education. And one of the things that I'm trying to do, obviously, support great artists like yourselves, but also over on Cent, just trying to spread NFTs to as many people that are new to this space as possible. Just letting them know that, hey, this artwork that I'm sending you, like, that's yours now. It's something that you control. No one else has that one. Go to CryptoVoxels, put it up there, like, go wild with it. But like understanding after they receive it to their address, it's like, it's a moment that's super important. And I hope that we can see more and more of that. I know we are, so it's exciting. But then also what both of you are doing with your just amazing work. I think WG Meets, he said it best. It's just like seeing things that you just never see in the traditional art world. That keeps him creating, that keeps him coming back. And it's the same thing as a collector. Like that is what is so exciting and makes it so special as well. So that education and then that creation, those two hands working together, I think will definitely push the space further and help it level up. But well, thank you both for your time today. It was a pleasure to finally be able to talk to the artists behind my favorite piece in my collection. Well, keep on creating. It was a pleasure again.
Thanks, Matthew. Pleasure to have me on the podcast. Thanks.
Thank you.